Hello, welcome back to the channel. Here I am today to talk about the fixtures announced for Huddersfield Town. It's a day that, no matter who you support, it's a day that once the fixtures are announced, you start to get a bit more excited and you can sense that the season's even closer now. So it's really exciting stuff, isn't it? So yeah, we're going to look at the fixtures then. So obviously, we start with a home game against Burnley. It's actually a Friday night, 8 o'clock. And yeah, it'll sure be a very interesting match. Obviously, the last time we played Burnley was at Turf Moor in January. And obviously in the FA Cup. And we won 2-1. So obviously, Burnley just come down from the Premier League. Unfortunately, they did put up a fight and they were unlucky to go down. Because, like I said, if someone shows fight, I think they deserve to stay up. And I think they're a great run club. And yeah, obviously now managed by Vincent Kompany as well. That will be his first competitive game for the Clarets. And yeah. It's a game that is going to be really interesting and really exciting to watch. So yeah, let's look at the other key games then. I'm just gonna the first month is very interesting, isn't it? If you look, because obviously we've got Burnley to start with, as I said earlier, and we've got a trip to St Andrews to take on Birmingham City. I think that's not a bad game to have, second game in. No disrespect to Birmingham, but I think they've kind of struggled over the last few years. Obviously with the ownership issues as well. Not sure what's happening there with them at the moment, but yeah, it's always a tricky game, but like I say, it's not a bad game to have that second game. And then we're back at home against Stoke. Again, Stoke have struggled recently, and obviously it's a game that we're at home. We need to really make the Johnson Stadium a fortress again this season, and you know what I mean. And at home we've got to be taking the game to them and getting the results. We've actually got a few Tuesday night games away that are long trips as well, which, yeah, you can't beat getting back at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever, but yeah, obviously sarcasm intended there. So yeah, we go to Norwich. Obviously Norwich had a disaster in the Premier League, as we know. They seem to be too good for the Championship, but not good enough for the Premier League. Now, obviously, for whatever reason, I just don't think when they get to the Premier League, they don't recruit well enough. They just seem to be happy to just be that yo-yo team. But it'll certainly be a tricky tie away at Carrow Road. But we've got to just really focus on ourselves and really see what we can do, and and really just give it a good go. So it's a busy month, isn't it? August. Let's have a look here. We've got Coventry away, so we visit Coventry again, obviously under Mark Robbins, and so actually a really nice stadium to go to Coventry. I really enjoyed my trip there last season. First trip that I went there. First time I'd been to the stadium, sorry. And yeah, it was great. It was a great day out, so obviously that'll be good. And then obviously we've got West Brom at home. Which, West Brom are always a tricky side to play against. I'll say that. And, I don't think there's any easy game in the Championship, to be honest with you. And, if we look at the table, I don't really, we can say that some clubs have struggled for the last few years, but it doesn't mean they're going to struggle this season. You know, it's a fresh start every season you do. But yeah, we've got West Brom, and then the last game in August is against. God, this hay fever is so bad today. By the way, I'm absolutely mad. So yeah, that's why I'm sniffling a bit at the moment. Bristol City away on the Wednesday night, the last day in August. Now, again, another long trip on an evening to Bristol. You know, it's you know, you're going to be getting back in the early hours, but it is what it is, and it's going to be really interesting. Now, I'm just going to fast forward a bit now. Obviously, let's look at the promoted teams that have come up. Wigan, obviously, we'll play Wigan at home on the 13th of September, Tuesday night. Yeah, we haven't played Wigan for quite a while now, so it'd be good to actually play them. And yeah, it'll be interesting. Obviously, Wigan really played, really were strong last season, and they've got a way of playing. They've got a great manager, and yeah, they really, they're a really good side, and these promoted teams can't take anyone for granted, really, can you? And obviously, these promoted teams are always a threat when they come up, because they want to prove that, to the league and to the, and to everybody, that they can compete at the level. Obviously, Wigan have been in the Championship before. In fact, they've been in the Premier League as well, haven't they? But yeah, they'll be looking back. They're looking forward to, obviously, being back in the Championship. Okay, so we're going to look at a few more of the pros. Rotherham, we've got Rotherham on the 15th of October. That's away, that's a Saturday. Yeah, I've had a few trips to Rotherham Sales to a town, and I really like that stadium. It's really nice. Again, another tough game. But to be honest with you, Rotherham are a team that seem to, if we're looking at past, they're too good for League One, but they're not good enough for the Championship. They always seem to struggle in the Championship. But again, they'll be wanting to prove themselves and really try and make a claim this season, and have a comfortable season, mid-table maybe. But yeah, I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, always kind of, and it's a bit of a derby, isn't it, Rotherham? Not much of a derby. Obviously, it's very close to us, but it's one of those, isn't it? It is kind of a derby, but I don't really class it as a derby as such. Now, obviously, we're going to go on to the other broad team now, and that's Sunderland. We welcome Sunderland to the John Smiths on Wednesday, November the 2nd. Again, Sunderland really impressed me, in League One. Saw quite a bit of them, really, on the telly, and yeah, they'll be a force to be reckoned with. That they've got great fans, and they've got a big following as well. So obviously that they'll bring a lot, even if it is a Wednesday night. They'll bring a lot to Huddersfield for this game, and yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure. And yeah, I'm looking forward to actually, we'll go on to the away fixture in a moment of the promoted teams. We can also look at, obviously, so we've talked about Burnley. Was the first game. That's the first relegated team. Like I say, Burnley kind of consolidated themselves in the Premier League, didn't they? And then obviously things, obviously this season was a bit unfortunate for them, and they couldn't, they couldn't stay up. And then obviously Norwich, again, I've kind of mentioned them, as I say, they're a yo-yo club, like I say, too good for the Championship, but not good enough for the Premier League. We're just going to go down to I always look at the Christmas schedule as well, because I think it's always interesting to see who you get at Christmas. So on Boxing Day, we're actually away. We're away to Preston on Boxing Day, which, to be honest with you, it's not too bad. It could have been worse. It's not too far away to Preston. And yeah, there's a lot of... What I will say about this season is there's a lot of, obviously, northern teams, isn't there? More northern, should I say, obviously. Barring a few, yeah, it's pretty much a very northern league, I would say. Talk about northern, probably Birmingham upwards at kind of northern kind of sector to me. So yeah, obviously we've got Preston on Boxing Day. Should be good. We managed to end that bad record at Preston as well last season, so that's going to be useful for us. For part of the Christmas schedule, obviously we play Rotherham at home on the Thursday, December the 29th. Again, welcome them back to the John Smiths after a while. Obviously they've been to our stadium before, but yeah, it'll be a good game. That obviously a Yorkshire connection there, obviously both Yorkshire teams. And then on New Year's Day, we've got Luton Town at home. So, yeah, it's going to be very, very good. And, yeah, the Christmas schedule is always... I think, as a whole, I think, all the time, kind of... Christmas is always a busy... all the time throughout the season, it's busy, isn't it? So, it's worth noting, obviously, having a break... for the World Cup, of course. So there's like a month break, isn't there? So yeah, which I don't really know how to feel about, to be honest with you, because it can really disrupt, can't it? If you're in a good moment or something, it feels like it'll be a bit disjointed. I don't know how to feel. Obviously, it's never happened before. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, it is going to be weird to have a break. Now, if we look at obviously teams that I enjoyed going to this season, Middlesbrough, we've got Middlesbrough away just before my birthday actually, on the 22nd of October, which is a Saturday. It's a fantastic club, Middlesbrough. It really is, so welcoming, so friendly. I actually met a Middlesbrough fan there. Obviously, showed his support for what I do with my group, as well as obviously. Well, I didn't actually launch the channel. Yeah, I didn't actually launch the channel when so yeah, it was more centered around my group that I have, Proud Terriers. And yeah, we met up, and the fan zone was great. They're so welcoming, and it's such a family-oriented club, and it doesn't matter who you support. You're all welcomed in. So yeah, great kind of stadium to visit. Now obviously if we go fast forward towards the end of the season, where it may be a bit we've got Wigan away on the 11th of February as well. I've been to Wigan many a time. It's great, it's a great stadium, really. Burnley away again. We're visiting Burnley in February. Watford, obviously. Last time we were at Watford, obviously it was a Premier League game, wasn't it? But yeah, we'll be heading back to Vicarage Road on the 7th of April, which is actually Good Friday, isn't it? Actually. Obviously Easter period, isn't it? Because then obviously we play on the Monday against Blackburn at home. We've got the long trip to Swansea on the 15th of April, and then we've got Sunderland away, which I'm very looking forward to, because like I said, I've not been there before, so it's another ground to tick off the list. And yeah, it's going to be brilliant. It's always nice to tick off another ground, and obviously it does look impressive. The stadium, obviously only seeing it from on the TV, but yeah, I'm sure it won't disappoint. And then hopefully the result will be to match. So yeah, our final four fixtures, yeah. So it goes Sunderland away. We've got Sheffield United at home. Tasty Yorkshire derby, which will be certainly interesting. Actually, it's always a feisty affair, really. Then we've got Cardiff away. That's our last away game. And then we finish off with Reading. Obviously, Reading, I think, to be honest with you, Reading got lucky to stay out this last season. But I don't see them getting away with this time. I think they will be one of the teams to go down. But we'll just have to see. But yeah, that is it. I mean, obviously, this is a pre-recorded episode. It was supposed to be a live one, but I've actually run out of recording space. So hopefully, hopefully we sort that out very soon. But until then, I'm probably just going to keep doing them on here and keep providing content until I'm able to upgrade again to obviously the paid version. And the paid version, it's alright, but it's a bit pricey. But anyway, but yeah, the countdown is officially on. It is literally, it's going to be here before we know it as well, by the way. It's only like 4 or 5 weeks away now. Obviously, when pre-season starts and you go into pre-season games, it'll come around very quickly. So, yeah, obviously, it's going to be a big season for us. Obviously, just missing out this season. But I think that we can really use that disappointment on missing out to really go one step further this season. I do believe that. I believe in this group of players. I believe in the manager, and I believe in the football club again. And I love the football club, and it's a club that as we've got our pride back, and we can be proud of the team again. So yeah. Like I say, we hope to push on. I feel confident we can. But again, the Championship is the toughest league, for me. Most competitive league. And yeah, but yeah, that's the beauty of it, isn't it? But yeah, by the way, I just want to kind of say just before we go, obviously, thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed. We are now at 50 subscribers. That is a fantastic achievement. It made me so happy when I got there. And yeah, it did. It made me really proud inside, and I really appreciate everybody's support. The next target is obviously 100 subscribers. So if you can subscribe, if you are new to this channel, please do. Please share the channel. Please like. Please comment. Comment what you'd like to see next, like content ideas and things like that. I am actually going to the England women's game on tomorrow evening. I'm getting mixed up with days at the moment. But yeah, tomorrow evening I'm going to the women's game, so I'm hoping to do a bit of content actually for that. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming on. Thank you to everybody that will watch this. And I hope you enjoy. But yeah, some really, really exciting encounters this season coming up, and it's going to be interesting. It's really going to be interesting. But I can't wait for it all to begin again because I'm so bored about football. I really am. But yeah, we're nearly. We're in pre-season now. We've got our first pre-season game in a few weeks. I think it's 2 weeks away, over 2 weeks away. So we look forward to that. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming on. I'll say it again, repeat myself now. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.